Hello everyone, and thank you for watching VATV. My name is Kate Nguyen, and hosting with me today is Nghia Trung. VATV is the voice of Vietnamese Americans in the greater Boston area. It is sponsored by VATV, Vietnamese American Initiative for Development. The first half of our 1-hour weekly program is in Vietnamese, and the second half is in English. You can watch us live every Wednesday evening from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Channel 9 if you have Comcast, and Channel 15 if you have RCN. You can also go on bnntv.org to watch us live, and if you happen to miss our live television program, it will rebroadcast on Sunday at 5 p.m., Monday at 1 p.m., and Tuesday at 11 a.m. To watch any of our TV shows, please go on to our home website at v8.org. And for today's program, we have a special guest with us, Miss Sarah Stooley. She's a trainings program coordinator from the International Institute of Boston. Good evening, Sarah.
Good evening. Thank you for letting me be here.
Yeah, we're great. It's great to have you here with us. So could you please tell us a little bit about yourself and the International Institute of Boston?
Sure. Yeah. The International Institute of Boston is a refugee resettlement agency that helps to welcome new refugees to the United States and help them become settled here and receive all of the resources they need to transition well into American culture. And then we also offer job placement services where we help incoming refugees and asylees actually to find jobs to be able to support themselves here in the United States. But we also offer English classes for immigrants, and we offer training programs as well for refugees and immigrants to help them develop their skills so that they're not just in entry-level positions, but they're able to maybe even pursue the career goals that they had when they first came here. So I actually am the director of our hospitality training program, which is a 6-week program that prepares refugees and immigrants to enter into the hotel industry here in Boston. And then I also am the coordinator for the service industry training program, which is our 16-week program. And that helps refugees and immigrants to enter into various service industries here in Boston, like banking, hotels, and also the healthcare industry.
Wow, that sounds like a great program.
Oh, we think so.
Thank you for the information. You said that International Institute. I remember 30 years ago, when I come here, land in the Logan Airport in Boston on one July night on December. And one guy come to greet me, and he introduced himself that he from the International
Institute. Wow.
Yeah. That means I am a client
That's right.
of your agency for a long time.
That's wonderful.
And now on the VATV, I thank you for that.
Oh.
And
It's an honor.
You say that you have some service to offer.
Yes.
And I think you mentioned that the hospitality training program,
Yes.
service industry, and English class.
Yes.
But today, maybe you say more about the hospitality training program.
Sure. Yes, the hospitality training program is, by the way, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled that you came through the International Institute of New England, also called the International Institute of Boston. Our hospitality training program is a 6-week long program, and our next cycle actually starts January 21st, and it goes until February 28th. And basically what it does is it has an English component, so we teach job-related English, but then also it prepares clients to be able to understand the hotel industry, be able to do interviewing, create a cover letter, create a thank you letter for after you have an interview, and have all the skills that you need to be able to present yourself as a professional in the service industry. So we provide that training, but then after the 6 weeks of training, we actually provide a job placement service where you work with an employment specialist who helps you apply for jobs and then follows up with those positions with you so that you feel like you have the energy and the enthusiasm to be able to actually go pursue a job yourself. And actually the last 2 weeks of the program, we do a job shadowing component, which is like an internship component where you actually work in a hotel.
Yeah, we had one caller to call to ask you some question. Yeah,
Sure.
we hear.
Good evening.
Hi.
Good evening.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
I have a question.
Sure.
And it's for your guests. What is the goal of your organization?
What is the goal of the organization as a whole? I think I understood that correctly. Well, our goal is to help incoming refugees and immigrants to be able to fully establish themselves here in the United States and to actually be able to grow in their career ambitions and also just personally.
That's the goal of the International Institute of Boston.
Yes.
So is there like a requirement for someone to
Right.
apply?
Yeah, I'd love
or-
to tell you the eligibility requirements.
Yeah.
So we do have a information session every Tuesday. Every single Tuesday, if you come into the Institute, you can go up to the front desk and just tell them that you're here for the information session. And when you go into the information session, what you're going to find out is that you need to be a refugee, asylee, or an immigrant, and that you need to be low income, because it is a free program, so it is funded by government vouchers. So you have to qualify with your income. Also, you need to have intermediate English or advanced English. So from intermediate to advanced. We do have testing, so we will tell you if you qualify for the program or not once you come into the information session and you participate in the testing. Also, you do need to be legal to work in the United States. So you need to have a social security card as well, and you need to have a flexible schedule to be able to work in a hotel because it requires, especially in the first 6 months, for you to be totally flexible to work any shift, daytime, nighttime, anything. So.
But that's for a long goal. But the first one, when they come to apply, you say that the one requirement that the English had to be at the
It has to be like medium
Yeah,
English
that's-
to higher English.
to high English. If they not had enough English to
That's a great question. If the English is not high enough, we do offer free English classes. So we offer levels 1 to 4. The classes are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And it's a rolling admission, which means that we're still taking admissions right now. There is a wait list because it's a very popular program, but the best bet is to come into the information session for our English classes on Mondays at 5 p.m. at the Institute to find out more about those too. And usually if you do those classes, after a certain period of time, you will be prepared to enter into our hospitality training program.
you after we finish the English class, you transfer to the hospitality training program, or we had to, or they had to apply for that.
They will have to
They
reapply.
They
Yeah.
have to reapply. for
Yeah,
that.
because they're both very popular programs. And so basically, as soon as someone is ready to move into the hospitality training program, then they will be admitted. So you have to do the classes, and then when the time comes, apply just like everyone else again, unfortunately. But we have many people who don't qualify 1 year, do English training, and then apply again, and are able to get in. So it is possible.
Oh, could you let the audience know a little bit about how the training?
How is the training?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's excellent because I do the training.
Oh.
The training, it has a couple of components to it. Mainly, it is it's a preparation for the hotel industry. So we talk a lot about what hotels are like in the Boston area because the hospitality industry here is unlike any other city in the world. It's a very popular place for people to come visit. There are a lot of sporting events. There are lots of students here and parents who come to visit students, as well as a lot of business. So we talk about the expectations of the hospitality industry, which are very high. And then also all of the positions in the hotel, which you may think that you know all of the positions in the hotel, but you probably don't know all the duties. So we talk about how the hotel works together as a cohesive whole and how to understand that and what role you play and that everyone plays a really important role. And then we also talk about just how to provide basic customer service, how to communicate yourself well, how to have professionalism, how to write a cover letter, how to have a resume, and then how to do an interview well, which I think sometimes is a little tricky, knowing how to answer questions correctly and that sort of thing. So we teach about how to present yourself, about the hotel industry, and then there's also an English component where we have a lot of writing and speaking, where we basically work on all of the ways that we communicate, whether it's just our person or our communication.
So it's like general training for all the job positions in a hotel.
All the positions in a hotel. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, many of our students who leave the program go into housekeeping. Some of them go into a front desk agent position. Some of them have even gone into maintenance positions or IT positions. It just kind of depends on your background and your experience and your interests.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
great. So this is one of the service training programs that you guys do?
Yes, this is the hospitality training program. The next cycle is in January. The other program we have is the service industry training program. And most of the requirements are the same for this program, except you do have to be a Boston resident to be in that program. And that one's 16 weeks, as I said before, and we don't actually have a start date for that one yet. So that will be starting probably sometime around May or April. But we are recruiting for the hospitality training program right now. So if anyone is interested in being a part of that program, it would be very important for them to come into an information session on a Tuesday at 11 a.m. as soon as possible to sign up for that program and see if they can be assessed.
So is this the first hospitality training program that you guys are providing, or you have done it before?
It has actually been around for about 15 years now.
Wow.
It's a long-standing program with a very long history of success. Our placement rate is over 90%.
Wow.
So it's, we consider it to be a very stable program.
And you have a lot of experience to teach, to guide the refugee and the immigrant, because they first come here and the life in the United States is quite different from their origin country.
That's right.
How you guide them through that?
How do you pull them through that? Well, I wouldn't say that the Institute does all the work. Of course, people find that when they come to the United States, a lot of their expectations are different. But I think that they also find that Boston is surprisingly welcoming. So hopefully it's not such a painful entrance. But we do try to acclimate people to the United States and to give them healthy expectations of what it's going to be like to work here and to live here. And sometimes that is just hard, but we really try to stay very close to all of the refugees that we help resettle and help them not only with finding housing, but also to be able to find employment and to be able to receive the public services that they need to be able to thrive in America and not just barely survive. But my program's a little different because I don't do resettlement, but I have been working with refugees for a while now. I also have a colleague who teaches with me, and she's been doing this for a long time as well, and we really love working with people from other countries who are needing a warm welcome here and maybe a leg up as to how it works. So,
Right now, which country the most come here as the refugee?
Well, it depends every single month.
Yeah.
But I would say that we're receiving a lot of people from the Middle East right now.
Middle East right now?
And also from Northern Africa.
North Africa, yeah.
Are there any Vietnamese?
I haven't seen any Vietnamese
Yeah.
coming through.
Yeah, on average, how many participants are there in
In the
each in a
programs?
program? Yeah.
For this most recent service industry training program that we had 16 people begin the program. And then for the most recent hospitality training program that we had, I believe that we had 14 people. So the classes are relatively small, so it's a good learning environment because you get to work with your fellow students and you interact a lot. And what's neat is that everyone's from different places, so you all get to interact with one another and experience one another's cultures. Sometimes we bring in food from our home countries and share in that together. So that's a really neat experience. But we have many cycles throughout the year, so if you don't catch a program right now, you might be able to catch the next one.
Yeah, that's nice. So are the training programs free, or is there a fee?
They're absolutely free if you qualify.
Okay.
Yep. That's why one of the requirements is that you are low income, because it is a free program and it's created so that it can help people who need the help.
Yeah, that's nice. It would be nice if all the immigrants learn about this program so they can participate since it's free. And
maybe they will from this program. Thank you.
Yeah. So where is the Institute located?
The Institute is located at 1 Milk Street, Boston, Massachusetts, 02109. It's actually right downtown, next to the really fancy Walgreens. And it's at the intersection of Milk and Washington Street.
That's easy to come by public transportation.
Very easy.
Yeah.
We can take the T, come.
That's right.
Okay.
You can get off at Downtown Crossing or State Street.
Yeah, that's nice. Very convenient.
That's right.
Yeah.
You said that the hospitality training program only 6 weeks. I heard that all the training program, service industry, that this program.
It's much longer.
Yeah, 16 weeks.
It's 16 weeks, that's right. That's why it's also really important to keep in mind, if you're considering either program, you do need to have a current job that's flexible so that you can make sure that you are still having an income while you're in the program. But it is 16 weeks, which gives us time to do computer classes in addition to vocational training. So that's really nice aspect of the longer program.
Yeah.
Oh, that this program require higher income and only for bottom resident.
It doesn't require higher income, but it's possible to have a little bit higher income to be considered for the program. So that's a positive aspect of it, that there are more people included in the eligibility requirements, except the limitation is that you do technically have to be a Boston resident. So I would make sure, if you're not sure if you're a Boston resident or not, to be sure and look online and see if you can figure out if you are or not. For example, Dorchester is also considered Boston. So you may be a resident and not even know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you can say to our audience.
Sure.
What
Sure. Thank you very much for listening tonight. We would love for any of you to come to our information session. We really feel like this program is a nice way to make a step into your future.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sarah, for being on the show and sharing it with us and the audience the information about your institute and the training programs that you have available.
Thank you.
They're great programs, and hopefully the audience from this TV show will be interested in applying for it.
I hope to see all your
Great.
faces.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Once again, we thank you for watching VATV. Any questions, comments, or contributions, please call us at 617-822-3717 or email us at vatv@vidate.org. We hope you have a wonderful week, and goodbye.